To give to Cup, and Cup with a lot of room down the sideline.
Should sports betting be legalized in California? In 2018, the Supreme Court gave the states the ability to expand their betting options, and about half the states already have. This year, $400 million has been spent on campaigns hoping to convince you to allow betting in this state. There are two options on the ballot. Proposition 26 would allow in-person sports betting at tribal casinos and horse racing tracks, but not online. Prop 27 would allow online sports betting on computers and mobile devices outside of Native American tribal casinos. The state estimates it could raise about $500 million to combat homelessness. The spokespeople for both campaigns are here for a special issue is debate. Kathy Fairbanks is for Prop 27, or for Prop 26 and against Prop 27. Nathan Click is for Prop 27. Nathan, let's start with you. This really comes down to why should sports betting be on my phone? Why is that the way to go?
Absolutely. Thank you for having us on. Wanted to start out by saying, there's a real difference between Prop 26 and Prop 27. If you care about the state budget, about generating revenue to help solve homelessness, Prop 27 generates millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars each year. Prop 26 offers very little for the state in terms of revenue. If you want a safe and responsible online sports betting marketplace, Prop 27 delivers that, puts the AG in charge of all the regulation. Prop 26 leaves every casino to regulate itself. And if you want to help small and non-gaming tribes, only 27 delivers real additional revenue for those small and non-gaming tribes. So for all of those reasons, Prop 27 is by far the best solution for California.
Kathy, why is Prop 26 the answer?
26 is the answer, supported by tribes, written by tribes, will allow in-person sports betting in responsible fashion in regulated tribal casinos and regulated horse tracks where sports betting is already happening. That gives people the ability to ensure that underage kids aren't going into the casino and gambling. It's a good way to introduce sports betting in California. In contrast, Proposition 27 is a massive expansion of gambling. It's opposed by 50-plus tribes. It was written by 7 out-of-state corporations to benefit them. 90% of the revenues immediately go out of California. Only 10% is left, and of that 10%, there are loopholes written into Prop 27 allowing them to whittle that down to pennies on the dollar.
Nathan, what do you say to that argument that if it's just on a phone, a 16-year-old, a 10-year-old, anybody could sports bet?
If you talk to all of the problem gaming experts, they'll tell you that the safe and regulated online sports betting marketplace actually does a really good job of preventing kids from accessing those platforms. And I think it's pretty disingenuous for Kathy, who about half of her tribal coalition is supporting a 2024 ballot measure that would legalize online sports betting in just 2 years, to say, this is an unsafe platform when about half of her coalition wants to do the exact same thing in 2 years.
So you're saying they want to do it, they just want to make the money from it? Is
Absolutely.
That what you say?
No, the only tribes that support that potential 2024 measure that no longer looks like it's going to qualify are the 3 that are funding the ballot measure.
CNIGA has endorsed that.
No, it's a little misleading.
The entire coalition of...
The point is that, as it goes back to your question about underage gambling, FanDuel was just in trouble in Indiana and New Jersey in 2021, last year, for marketing to underage kids. DraftKings, in its February 2022 filing with the Security and Exchange Commission, identified that their platform was susceptible to bad actors, which included fraudulent use of credit cards, fake accounts being set up, and things like that. So we've got a problem where it's not 100% foolproof, and someday, maybe in a few years, we'll get there. We're just not there yet. And parents are concerned.
Kathy's leaving herself the room and her clients the room to say, oh yeah, in 2 years, it's all better.
No, not 2 years. It's maybe 2 years, or maybe 4 years, or maybe 10 years.
Isn't this happening in states all over the country right now?
Very safely.
And what we're seeing in other states, calls to problem gambling hotlines are increasing. In New Jersey, 500% increase in calls to the problem gambling hotlines just since they instituted online sports betting. And there are other states that are in that same situation. So it's, I'm not saying that all of those are kids, but it's a problem.
Well, under 27, we're creating the safest, most responsible online sports betting platform in the country. And let's talk about those problem gaming protections in Prop 27. anyone who's experiencing problem gaming with one click of a button can self-exclude from all of the platforms. And immediately, those platforms, it's illegal for them to take online sports bet from that person, up to a $100,000 fine. There's no fines in Prop 26 for any operator or any casino that takes an underage bet.
All of this could be a moot point because speaking of betting, if you had to bet right now, you would have to bet against both of these propositions from passing. After $400 million spent, the recent poll results from Berkeley and the LA Times, not really great for either one of you. On Prop 26, 31% support, 42% opposed. It's even worse for Prop 27, 27% support, 53% opposed. Of course, you have to get over 50%. It is possible that both of these pass. It's possible that neither one of them pass. Why do you think this isn't doing better after all this money that is being spent? And do you think that maybe the two of you are killing each other with all this money that's being spent?
Look, we're undaunted. We've got 30 days to go before the election. But there is a truth to something you said. Kathy's coalition spent $45 million before we even qualified for the ballot. They've spent another $100 million against us in false and misleading attack ads. We're out there telling the truth, telling what our initiative does, how it would benefit the state, and we're moving forward.
What happens if neither of these things pass?
I think there will be litigation. But back to, I just want to talk about the ads and things like that. It's very clear voters are confused. And when they're confused, they generally vote no. They've had a number of misleading ads. They've spent more than $100 million trying to convince voters that tribes are in support of Prop 27. 3 tribes support Prop 27. 50 plus oppose it. It's not a solution to homelessness. Voters aren't buying that. They don't think it's a money issue. They think it's a government problem, program problem. They've been promised this before. The lottery is going to fix education.
What Kathy isn't telling you is that her campaign has spent no money behind yes ads to prop up their initiative, which the OC registered called a cynical ploy. They're not doing it because they know they're not spending money on their ads because they know it's a bad solution for California.
All right, well, it'll be interesting. And if neither one of these pass, you got to think a lot of people are going to be betting anyways. It's just money that's not going to go to the state of California,
Absolutely.
Right? So we're going to ask you to make one bet because, you know, that's what we're doing here. Who would you bet on to win the World Series? Kathy.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I don't even know who's potentially in it.
Remember what state you're in. Remember what city you're in.
Oh, the Dodgers are in
Okay, they are
contention.
the
Well, then I would
favorites.
definitely support them. Yes.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm not that well versed in sports, but go Blue, go Dodgers.
Okay. Well, that's a smart answer.
If you'd asked an NFL question, I would have known
Lonnie
the
Chen
answer.
is up next, who is a big Dodger fan. We leave you both with the Above Los Angeles account, taking us above Dodger Stadium and some I Love LA, because they are the betting favorites to win the World Series. Great to see you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.